This week's US CQM forecast alert is last forecast of advanced 2021 Q4 GDP is 4% to 5%. This week, CQM updated only December housing starts. As a result, the economic growth on the expenditure side was revised upward a bit. Since the advanced economic growth rate is calculated from the expenditure side, the advanced GDP tends to be close to the CQM forecast of 4.68% on the expenditure side. Regarding inflation in 2021 Q4, inflation continued to rise steadily. Inflation is approaching 7% due to Biden-inflation. The PCA forecasts economic growth rate of 4.60%, close to 4.68% on the expenditure side of CQM. Inflation in terms of the GDP price deflator is projected to have exceeded 6% in 2021 Q4. Uncertainties in the CQM and PCA forecasts are the December monthly economic indicators, which have not yet been published. The highest uncertainty is December imports and exports that fluctuate due to the pandemic. Next is retail inventories, which surged 2% in November. The table shows the CQM and PCA final forecasts for the US economy in 2021 Q4. CQM estimates statistical discrepancy and defines GDP on the income side as GDI plus statistical discrepancy. Please refer to the paper Economic Interpretation of the Statistical Discrepancy by Professor Lawrence R. Klein and Mr. Makino for the reason of estimating statistical discrepancy. Conclusion from this week's US CQM forecast alert. First, final forecast of advanced economic growth rate for 2021 Q4 is 4% to 5%. Second, the latent true economic growth rate is around 4%. Third, inflation is 6% to 7%. Fourth, statistical discrepancy should be noted for accurate economic judgment. This slide contains additional information about this week's detailed CQM forecast, the original developer of CQM, and CQM theory papers.